Hey. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Ready to Love Reunion Part 1 live. Okay, welcome. I am so sorry I had y'all waiting, but I had to set this thing up. Okay, I had to set it up. I see y'all are already in the building. Oh, I just love y'all. There are 141 people on this live. Go ahead and like the live while you chit chat together and whatnot. I'm not even going to go into the hellos, so I will just give a blanketed hello to everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this live. Let me say this, baby, this right here was a fool. Do you hear me? When I say this right here was a fool, that's exactly why I have up here ready to fight. Baby, I don't know what the hell was going on. When I say I was so overstimulated, baby, I had to drink my ginger ale in silence. I damn near didn't even have enough time to put the live together. That's how overstimulated I was. Okay, now I might have some unpopular opinions, so y'all might not agree with some of this stuff, but it's gonna have to be said today. Okay, it's gonna be said tonight. And then I cannot wait to see what y'all have to say. So, welcome to everybody that's joined the live. Please like it, hype it up, dislike it, whatever y'all want to do. And we're gonna get into it. Okay, let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna do a review first. And then y'all know how we like to do, we get into the mess. So, for those of you that are watching on the replay, if you're a part of the replay gang, please skip all of this and jump right into it. Let's get into it. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love Season 10 Reunion Part 1. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend, hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Baby, when I tell you this was a fool, this was a fool. Let's just jump right into it. So, first up is Lord have mercy. It's Cam versus Angie. Basically, this was the Cam show. Cam's corner was showing the hell out. Do you hear me? And baby, every last one of them, with in addition to, which would be Shanice, was going at Cam. Baby Cam, you played the game, baby, you played a fool. Because they show got you. Do you hear me? So when the episode first opens up, Tommy starts talking, welcome to the Ready to Love reunion. You know how he like to do, child. Rose was ready to pounce. He ain't even said nothing good yet. Rose already huffing and puffing. I said, what is happening? Why is Rose got an attitude, child? What is going on? So the first person up was Angie. And those damn windows that she liked to bust out and whatnot. I'm so sick of them damn windows. I don't want to hear nothing else about a window or a bust or nothing else. I don't want to hear it no more. Okay. And side note, why was Eddie dressed to run to Walmart? Eddie, what the hell you got on? Everybody else was questionable. Hal was a fool. But Eddie put on a flannel and came on down to the reunion. He said, baby, y'all eliminated me a long time ago. Therefore, and thus and such, y'all called me and I wasn't doing nothing. So I showed up. And that's exactly how he looked at y'all, a fool. So, anywho, I just feel like we deserve a season of well-dressed men. I'm so sick of seeing tacky men. I hate a man that cannot dress. I don't know if it's just me or what, but I do not like a man that cannot dress, and I'm sick of seeing it. Okay, I'm sick of seeing it. So, anywho, we talk about busting the windows out the car, and Angie is explaining that she didn't do that, recently. That was 5 years ago, and it wasn't a window from a car. It was actually a window out of somebody's damn house. Ma'am, that's even worse. At least you can leave the car outside and go in the house. They can't even cover, honey. They have no shelter. You have bust the windows out of their home. And then she was like, well, everybody want to know when I did it and why I did it. But exactly what did they do? That's the real question. That is not the real question because you're going to jail regardless. The police ain't about to ask you, well, what did they do? Oh, he cheated. Oh, girl, you ain't got to go. Go back in the house, girl. False alarm, guys. Angie bust the windows out because he was doing the fool. Girl, they don't care. They don't give a damn. So, what are you even talking about? Girl, you're going to have to go to jail regardless. So I'm just sitting here looking at the two of them like, this is just so redundant. We've heard it all before. She doesn't feel remorse. She doesn't care. She's gonna do it again. Tommy was like, do you think you're gonna do it again? You're gonna do it again. Okay. Then we see a never before scene with footage of Angie and Cam. Now that would explain why we didn't see her talk to Cam on the bridge. It looks like he just put any old thing on and went to go meet Angie, and now they sitting on a park bench. I said, dang, they could have gave her a little something. So I'm guessing that maybe he eliminated her the day before they met on the bridge, which means that he was going to choose Sahara. But Sahara, let me say this to you. And I'm saying this to everybody who's listening and anybody who will watch. I'm speaking directly to y'all. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Sahara, but baby, she was the only one on that stage tonight that had some damn sense. Even when Angie went off on Cam, she followed behind Angie, which we're going to get to, and said, well, don't you want to talk to him and allow him to lie to you? Or what you want to do? Baby, that was so funny to me. I said, girl, not follow behind him and talk to him so he can lie to you. Anywho, they can say whatever. And I didn't like the fact that Eddie and Hussein were like, no, Angie's great. There's nothing wrong with Angie. Angie is worse than Sahara. Now, y'all can fight me on that, but she is. She does not care. She doesn't take accountability. She doesn't see anything that she does wrong. And I feel like it's one of those things where, oh, okay, it's because she looks how she looks. She just gets a pass. I don't like it. I don't damn like it. I was like, what do y'all mean? She's all great. No, she's not. Here go Hussein talking about, I believe she's a better woman today. Where did you get that from? Says who? And Cam was like, yeah, no. She over here still talking about some, well, what exactly did they do to get the windows busted? I want to hear her say something else. And I know this may be an unpopular opinion, but I'm with Cam on that. She thinks it's cute and she gonna do it again. Now, I don't know who bust the windows out of Cam's car, baby, but they got him shook. Do you? Baby, whoever bust the windows out of Cam's car before, ma'am, he is so damn scared, honey. He don't want nothing to do with any woman that will potentially bust his damn windows. So Angie feels like, she didn't really do nothing wrong. She is claiming she's changed. Girl, bye. Here go Eddie talking about, I like a little woman that's assertive. I feel like it's all good. I'm glad y'all think it's all good, but let that have been Sahara. It would have been a whole dissertation. Well, see, when we went to the men's lounge, Sahara did this and Sahara did that. I don't want to hear it. Okay? I don't feel like Cam was wrong for not wanting to be with her and she bust the windows out the cars. Now it's out the damn house. I just don't feel like he was wrong. I would not want to deal with that mess either. I'm sorry, I just would not. So then Angie reveals that Khalil shot his shot and scored. Now, I don't know if Khalil knows he shot his shot or not, but he was in the back confused, just a grinning. Talking about what she said. She said we're gonna go on a date. What she say? What's she talking about? Khalil, did you or did you not shoot and score with Angie? Now it seemed like everybody having sex. I don't know who they're having sex with, honey, but it seemed like each other. But maybe that's just me. Cause scoring and shooting and shooting and scoring, that gives I went somewhere and laid down. Okay. And y'all know Khalil a little freak a little bit, honey. He got a little kink to him. So, the men were like, oh, really? Here go Eddie. Well, we lost. Cam said, oh, he can have it. Baby, now he can have it. Oh my goodness. So, baby, they take a break. And Rose is in the back 38 hot. When I tell you Rose is back there crying and snotting, I'm like, what is going on? So she sits down next to Hussein and and he says, well, what's going on? What's wrong? She was like, you know what? We were supposed to walk in here together. I said, okay, obviously he put it down because there is no need to give this level of emotion. He eliminated you, baby. We're emotionally unstable at this moment. I'm sorry, we're going to have to get ourselves together. If all y'all did was lay in your separate twin beds and talk the night away at that damn retreat, you would not be losing your mind like you are now. I am so confused as to why this level of emotion is evoked for this man. I know he discarded her, she feels like, and it wasn't her fault, and he didn't give her a fair shot. But girl, why are you crying like this? I didn't understand it. I was like, why is she crying like that? That was so silly to me. So now it's Rose versus Hussein. Now listen, When the two of them, when the two of them were talking to each other, I said, Rose is nuts. Baby, Rose is nuttier than a fruitcake. And see, this is what she was trying to hide on that damn show with all that kumbaya. And I cook my man. I want to cook his meals. Cordell is not perfect by far. Listen, Portia, we see straight through it, okay? We see each other. We see exactly what you got going on. Hussein and Rose are sitting there, and then it was Hussein and Angie as well. And while they're showing his package, because they were showing the package of Hussein and how he said he spent some time in a group home. Now, the whole time, Rose was rubbing his shoulders and then she started crying. And I was like, what is happening? But then we get to her child's father being incarcerated. And baby, what they show that for. I said, oh, hell. Then it was on. Rose tells Tommy, my emotions are all over the place and I kind of sense some tension. Your emotions are all over the place. You don't say. Okay? You don't say. Yes, your emotions are all over the damn place. You're losing it. So they're going back and forth and forth and back. Hussein says he doesn't have any tension with her, but he didn't spend enough time with her to get past the fact that her child's father was incarcerated. Now, like I told y'all, I feel like it wasn't Rose that was incarcerated and the child is 17 years old. You just said yourself, you didn't spend enough time with her to get past it. You also didn't spend enough time with her to inquire about it. So Rose felt like he should have came to her defense, just like Cam did for Sahara. She doesn't have anything to hide. The man is basically out of sight, out of mind. It ain't even like that. Tommy said, well, I feel like he was just upset because you should have came out sooner. Now, let me just stop right here. Tommy, we need you to retire as host of the reunion. You can keep your job as the hostess with the mostest. But when it comes to the reunion, they really need to replace you because the way you sat up on that couch, cross-examining every woman and shutting them down and making sure that the men were heard pissed me off. First on the agenda was when you said to Angie, are there some things you feel like you need to change? There are several men up here. Cam being the number one suspect. All of them need to change. So why are you only asking her? I didn't like that. I was like, Tommy getting ready to piss me off, honey. Please, we do not need your assistance. Like, we don't need you to pipe up. We know exactly what's going on. So then Hussein said, well, I feel like since Kiara told hers, then, Rose should have spoken up and she should have told he and Cam. Well, Rose didn't feel that way. She was like, well, y'all could have asked me. So now they're going back and forth and forth and back. I mean, she ain't wrong in the respect that there should have been some conversation. I feel like communication was missing on both sides. He could have asked, she could have just, she could have divulged the information, but it didn't happen that way. So Tommy wants to know how she felt about being eliminated. And she was like, I feel like they, played in my MF and face. And I feel like my entire experience was robbed from me. And he was playing me the whole time. Here goes Tommy. Because, of course, he going to step in and take up for me. Hey, hold on. I can't sit here and let you say that he played in your face that entire time. Now, although Tommy needs to hush, I don't feel like he played in her face the entire time, but I do feel like he played her at the end. He should have been the one to eliminate her. Point blank in the period. It should not have been Cam. But that's just my opinion, because even Cam on the couch said, I mean, it really wasn't about her man being incarcerated. I wasn't really worried. We know you weren't worried about that. You were mad because she was in that room with Hussein all weekend. And Rose, you're mad because you were asked to go to the house. Okay? Like, that's just what it is. And I feel like, Rose, you're giving him a little bit too much. Don't give him so much. So then Rose is going off and she drops this bomb that Hussein was also locked up. Now, this was so funny to me. Angie said, Hussein, you was booked? Baby, when I say that was so funny to me, I said, wait a minute. And not was he booked. So he's sitting there looking like Akon. I've been locked up, won't let me out. Where's my lawyer? Oh, locked up. Baby, he just sitting there looking crazy. So Tommy goes, hey, Hussein, you were incarcerated? He said, I was not. I don't know what she's talking about. So when he said, I don't know what she's talking about, I was like, what is going on? Rose, you're coming loose at the seams. Okay. I don't know what is happening. It's giving a thorn. You are Rose, but it's giving thorn. Okay. And I want to see the booking number. And I just didn't understand what was going on. And here's another side note. Deanna, why are you back in that wig? Now, I let you slide. I don't think I let you slide when you wore it in the confession. Deanna, please stop wearing that wig. Wear your shortcut. Who told you that wig made sense? And I don't like the fact that they didn't tell you the real. I don't like that. I don't like that. Baby, I don't like that. So anyway, Deanna in the back in that wig, Hussein is sitting next to Rose. Rose losing her damn mind. Tommy trying to interject, and everybody trying to figure out when was he locked up. Rose, honey, I feel like you have a hard time letting go. I know it ended wrong to you, but ma'am, this is a show. And sometimes they say you're not ready to love, and that is okay. There has got to be another man in Philly. There has got to be. So that's why it gave me the impression that maybe the two of you were doing a little bit more, allegedly. Honey, let me put my banner up, child, so we won't have no problems. I just don't know why you're so emotional. I guess I just don't get it. It takes me a long time to like somebody. And even when I like them, I'm still like, wait a minute, do I like you? I don't know, baby. What day is it? I just don't know. Angie said, no, you were, no, not Angie. I'm sorry. Rose said, no, you were incarcerated and you're trying to come down on me for the same thing that happened to you. So then Hussein tells this story about how he went through a situation in college, but there was no jail time. And he shared it with Rose, and then Rose turned around and weaponized it against him. So the whole time, I'm waiting on Rose to say, that's not true. You told me you went to jail. Rose just got quiet. So, Rose, where did you get that from? What is happening? What is damn happening? Did you just lie on this man and pin a record on him? Girl, what? What is going on? Now, see, I'm all for her defending herself about the fact that they eliminated her and she didn't feel like it was fair. Because some can say, because you didn't ask, I didn't tell. Some say she's lying by omission. It's a lot of different perspectives on whether or not Rose should have been eliminated. But for you to get up here and say that the man has been locked up and he has not, where did you get that from? Now, unless you post some receipts over on the Instagram, I'm going to have to say that you were wrong in the way that you went about this with Hussein. Girl, this could have been an easy win for you. You should have sat up on that stage, and I don't know who told you that. Child, let me leave that alone. She already pissed. Honey, but it came over here on me, honey. Anywho, I would not have given him that. I would have simply gone out on stage and said, I'm dating. I did connect with two great guys, but unfortunately, they didn't see in me what I saw in them. And Hussein, I'm most disappointed in you because throughout that retreat, me and you shared long talks at night, and you shared things with me, and I shared things with you. And yes, of course, during that time, maybe I could have revealed to you that I did have an ex that was incarcerated who happened to be my son's father. But my son's 17 years old. They have their own relationship separate from me. I just didn't feel like I should have been penalized for his wrongdoings. That would have made the crowd be like, see, and Hussein, that's why you, but girl, you just lost it. Okay. And I feel like this is the real Rose because, baby, I'm so confused with all the emotions, the accusations. I'm just confused. It was given full on confusion. I said, this is crazy. Not you done set up here and lied on this man. Girl, that's crazy. Moving forward. So then she goes to the back and she's like, I'm just a ball of emotions. I'm all over the place. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So then Tay tries to cheer her up, honey. And I was like, not Tay trying to offer some advice, honey. You over there with Cisco. And Cisco, you were sweating again tonight. Cisco, I'm not going to tell you again to go get that thyroid checked. Why were you sweating with no shirt on? And was that velvet? Why did you wear velvet if you was going to be sweating? Okay. If you can't handle your sweat glands, then I don't know what to do, but it just don't make no damn sense for you to be sweating day and night and night and day. You were sweating sitting down. Child, I have no idea. And Tay, she's trying to help as best she can, honey. She barely keeping her head above water. She's trying to make sure Cisco gets up and gets some work and some more commercials, honey. She ain't got time to be pumping you up. She up there telling Rose, well, you know what? When they start acting like that, girl, a man gonna be a man. That's when you got to get savage. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion. We don't have time for that. Rose needs to get her mind right. Okay, girl, the men eliminated you, and that's just it. They sung the theme song without you. That's okay. That is okay. Like, y'all, child, I don't have no time, child. Let's move on, honey. Moving on to True. As soon as they showed this lady, I said, now who the hell is that? Child, had to come back. Then when they started talking about that damn Google Doc number, I said, oh, okay. But We get to Khalil versus True. I said, baby, not Khalil fussing with somebody. Now, Khalil is the one who eliminated True, and he did that because she would not reveal her age. Remember, she was all mysterious around it. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you ain't never beaten an allegation showing up here in this fur. What is this? What's these little feathers? Girl, this is giving very distinguished, honey. Very, I don't know. It's giving very seasoned doll. But anywho, we see her time on the show. Tommy asked about the Google Voice number because it's not a damn Google Doc number. I don't know why y'all keep saying that. And she's like, that's not true. That was my real number, Tommy. I don't know what he's talking about. So then Tommy jumped in yet again to make sure that the women look crazy. Somebody, well, can you agree that no, we can't agree to anything, Tommy, please and thank you. Okay. So then Khalil pipes up and he's talking about her not giving the age, and she claims she gave it before he even asked at the eliminate. And he's like, no, you're a liar. Okay. You're a liar. So now they're going back and forth and forth and back. Tommy interrupts and he wants to know if she's dating because he don't want to hear them arguing with the men on the stage. Now they can disrespect the women all day long, but as soon as a man starts feeling uncomfortable, Tommy's ready to do what? Be moving forward. No, we're not going to move forward. Why are you cutting her time short? She was like, I'm dating. He said, all right, that's all I need to know. All right, moving on. We'll be back. It's time to take a break. More Ready to Love when we return. I was like, what? Baby, y'all finna piss me off. Y'all are finna piss me off. So in the back, she was saying she didn't lie to Khalil and she don't know what he's talking about. And Khalil is saying, you're a fraud. I said, baby, this cast hate each other. Everybody got a little lying problem. I don't know what's happening. And you know, in true Ready to Love fashion, when they ain't got nothing else to talk about, they start throwing in them damn games. So let's get into it. So they started this game, and the game is called Who Said That? Honey, shout out to Portia. So the first one was my first impression of Cam was giving Ninja Turtle vibes. No shade. That would be Kiara, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. But not only did she say that Cam be down, in the sewer with Master Splinter in them, she had the specific Ninja Turtle, Donatello, who happens to be my fave. Cam, how did you become Donatello? I would have pegged you for Michelangelo, if anybody. But Kiara said you was Donatello. So, I mean, you shouldn't be on the dating show anyway. You should be practicing your art. You got a fight crime in New York. Kiara, I'm not finna damn play with you. Girl, why did you say that man looked like a Ninja Turtle? When I tell you I hollered at that, I said, baby, not the damn Ninja Turtle. Oh, baby, that was funny to me. Lord, I hollered, honey. I said, baby, not the Heroes in a Half Shell. Kiara, go, girl. Girl, bye. So it was two couches, y'all. They playing this game. This is couch B, okay? This has Sahara, Cisco, Tay, Fritz, Cam, True, any, mini, mighty, and Mo, honey. I don't know who the hell them people were in the back. I said, well, y'all, who are y'all, child? Who is this, honey? Over here on couch A, it was Khalil, Angie, Kiara, Rose, Deanna in her wig, Hussein in his record, Naeem in his Google Doc, Shanice in her nudity, Rocky and her foolishness. And Rocky, you ain't combed that head yet. Girl, that don't make no damn sense. And then you have Eddie in his flannel. So they playing the game, child. That was the first one. Oh, baby, that was so funny to me. I said, honey, not you. How you gonna say no shade calling the man a damn Ninja Turtle? Girl, goodbye and good night. Goodbye, good night. That don't make no sense. I said, baby, not a Ninja Turtle, honey. That is funny to me. Okay, so the second one was I love me some stretch marks and the love handles and the fupas and all of that. That's good for you. That's good for the soul. I say, I like a man that like a woman that's a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these men, you can't have no stretch marks. You can't do this. You can't do that. And the whole time they be looking how they looking. Sir, you and your pot belly can go to hell expeditiously. The person who said that was Jay. Jay said he like all that. Okay. Please don't change for him. Have his babies. Have the fupa. He is all right with it. The next one was about Deanna. They said, she got that body, yaddy, 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 and they loved everything about it. They said her body was crazy. And so everybody's trying to figure out who said it and whatnot. And it was none other than Khalil. Khalil liked him some Deanna. But then, once the two of them tried to get to know each other, it just turned out to be more of a friendship vibe. But he did like her. The next one, this person busts windows out of cars, stabbed somebody with a fork, slashed tires, thrown a bowling ball, even though the bowling ball didn't connect. And everybody thought it was Sahara. They was like, that's Sahara, that's Angie. It was Rocky. I said, Rocky, I said, baby, this whole cast full of toxicity. Oh, y'all acting a fool. Why are you hitting people in the head with it? Girl, do you know that you would have gone to the pin if that bowling ball would have hit that person? You don't get that angry. But what was so funny to me is when they were revealing that, Coley said, oh, Rocky, I thought you were a safe space. I said, that you thought she was a safe space. Baby, that was so full. That was so funny to me. I said, Coley, you are a mess. Rocky, and again, you still didn't comb that head. I don't want you to be like that. Baby, Rocky said, union or no union, you won't get a comb. Okay? It won't be combed. I just feel like you're so pretty. I just really wanted you to come to that reunion and shut it down. But you just came to that reunion. Okay, so we're going to be what? Moving forward. The next one, I am fearful of Sahara, like scared to death. Her name alone gives me anxiety. So everybody like, who said that? Honey, because it could have been anybody. You know how they do Sahara, child. It was Fritz. Fritz. Yeah, you know why you were afraid of Sahara, Fritz? Because you like to play and she not going to let you play. You came on there to act a fool and to just waste time, and she saw straight through you. Okay? Now on to Fritz, speaking of him and how he got sent home and his poly lifestyle. And he's like, I do not do poly. I don't know why people keep saying that. It's a no for me, big dog. He said he was there for fun. Tommy looks at him and says, well, I mean, you got to be, there for love as well. This man gonna say, I can see that. You can see that. Sir, it's called Ready to Love. What did you think you were here for? Now, I remember the first conversation that Fritz had, it was with Coley, and he said, like, what is this? Like, what, like, do we get a prize? Like, what, how do we do it? Child, I wouldn't have looked at Fritz twice. Do you hear me? Mm-mm-mm. So then they started talking about Fritz wanting Sahara to go home. He claims that he didn't want her to leave. And Cisco was like, yes, you did. Okay. If one thing Cisco gonna do, he gonna take up for them women. Cisco, let me say this to you. I give you a hard time and whatnot, but you gonna stand up for them women. And I respect you for that. You're not gonna be able to just sit around and talk about no woman in his face. That's the kind of man I get down with, friendship wise, honey. Because you still laying head to foot, but he is going to make sure that he takes up for those women. Like, please. And Sahara was like, you need to stop being fake. We saw it. So stop acting like you didn't do it because you damn did it. So then they're asking, why Cam stood up for Sahara. And he said, I did that because she was my connection. Well, baby, what he said that for? Shanice piped up. And it's time for Cam versus Shanice. So Shanice piped up and she was like, you're being a hypocrite. You texting, asking me who you should pick. You did not like her. You're not here for her. You were confused. You're fake. You're a fraud. Okay. The lies. Now, this is Cam's third versus. Like, damn, we're going to have to start charging for tickets here soon. How many people you going to be versus, Cam? This don't make no damn sense. So then she told him that he be playing games and he be playing at people's face. She said she was going to Spain and he messaged her saying that he should come with her and be her boy toy. Oh, girl, yeah. I believe every word of it. Cam be lying, child. Okay? He be lying. And he was like, no, I was just playing. No, you weren't just playing. Boy toy, you meant every bit of it. Okay? You meant it. And you're not fooling me. Okay? Sahara, I'm so happy you chose yourself, honey, because that would have been a fool. You need to never talk to him again, because it was not a joke. I was like, oh, everybody just need to calm down, child. There's too much going on. And Shanice was like, listen again. Did you hear what I said? And I'm like, damn, what is going on? And then I found out that her and Fritz are a couple. I said, oh, Fritz and Shanice are a thing. Okay, so this is why she was going so hard on Cam. Because I felt like, it's cool. Gonna go hard on Cam. He could take it. But it was just so like, raw. I was like, girl, what is happening? And baby, she got her man back. Do you hear me? She said, this one you ain't gonna mess with over here. Now, it was a bit much. And, everybody seems like they're upset. I'm happy for the two. They found each other. He playing pretending like he ain't into the poly, and she like to get naked and whatnot. So I guess the two of them got together, and if they're happy, I'm happy for them. However, Cam got called out because he been playing, and he been playing since the damn beginning. I told y'all, just like I knew he was, and him talking about being a boy toy, to me, that says that he wanted to go on the trip for free. Because what do y'all do with boy toys? Boy toys are men that are kept. You know how an older woman gets somebody and they just start zipping it and doing it? That's a boy toy. So you wanted her to pay for your way. Child, anybody got time? Anywho, I do not have time for it. So yeah, she was going in on him, honey, because she was fighting for her man and whatnot. Moving on from Cam versus Shanice. Shanice, your hair was good, girl. Them some good bundles. Do you hear me? Sahara goes to the back and she was like, why were you texting Shani? Like, what is going on? Why would you be texting her? She trying to figure out why he was texting and what's going on. Cam was trying to clean it up, talking about, no, that was before, after we had went on the boat. I think we went on a trip. Yep, you bought new shoes. Yep, I remember that day because I had texted Shanice and I said that I liked your shoe. I was like, Cam, please. Okay. She trying to get down to the bottom of, look how she looking at him. Sarah said, let me go listen to him lie. Look how she looking at him. The lies, the lies, the lies. Where's Candy? Okay, I'm finna insert Candy, honey, because Cam, I'm not finna play with you. So let's just go and get Candy up here so she could tell us that you be lying and whatnot. Don't make no damn sense.
The lies. There you go. This bitch. The lies.
Okay, so he's sitting up here just lying, trying to clean it up. And then this is what I don't like that men do. Now, you done got caught. So then all of a sudden he tells her, well, she's saying all that about me. She need to be talking about how she texted me saying she wanted to come to my house and screw me. Well, baby, right when that happened, she said, well, I want to see the text. I want to see those messages. Where are they at? I said, I know that's damn right. Because if you're saying that she wanted to screw you, where is the pro facts? Let me see it. So right when all that was going down, all of a sudden, Angie just came out of nowhere. You need to keep my name. Let me tell you what you need to do. And Sahara was like, what? What do we need to do? Angie said, you need to keep my damn name out your mouth. Do you hear me? Keep it out your mouth. So then Cam follows behind her and he's like, what are you talking about? You don't even know if what they saying is true. Like, what's going on? Listen, Cam, now I don't know if you Ubered to this reunion or what, but I would be very careful with your windows, honey, because Angie is pissed. Do you hear me? The windows be non-existent. So she's all pissed. She goes out into the hallway. Sahara's like, what is going on? And they're trying to figure out what happened. So then Angie tells Sahara that apparently Cam is talking about her and talking about her personal life and said that the reason why he didn't choose her was because she was aggressive to the person she was with. I mean, you ain't really making your case better by running up in his face and just going off and then walking off. Like, what is happening? So then Sahara was like, well, go talk to him, girl. Allow him to lie to you. Go hear the lie and then see what, like, talk to him. So she goes in there, she calms down, she goes and she talks to Cam. She tells him the exact same thing. And he's like, nah, I never called you aggressive. I mean, she damn sure combative. I tell you that. She might not be aggressive, but what is happening? Honey, it's giving some form of a descriptive word. I need an adjective to be used because Angie is losing her damn mind. If he did say it, then, I mean, here we are. I don't know what they gave these people at the reunion. If any of you are in the chat, please tell us what they were giving you. Were they feeding you? Was it alcohol? Like, why was everybody so mad? I said, I am so overstimulated. Seriously, I had to turn all the lights off, honey. I got to get somewhere and sit down. This was too much. So he told her that she don't need to listen to people because these certain people that are telling her things, they have a vendetta against him. Basically, don't listen to Rose. Okay, that's the bottom line. Now on to Sahara and Cam. Sahara, honey, you're thinking like a queen, okay? Now, she said that her and Cam tried to date afterwards, and they would text every now and again, but yeah, he wasn't giving what was supposed to be gave. He wasn't saying nothing. Okay, he was sitting up here texting her these one-word responses and hello, and she was like, hi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nobody has time to do that. Like, we're grown. If you want to do it, you need to be about that action. Nobody wants to sit up and text you 3-word responses all damn day long. Here go Tommy trying to see if it can be something. Oh, can it be something? He said, well, I was texting you. Why don't you tell them that I tried to message you and how many times and you blocked me? Here go Tommy again. Oh, you blocked him. Well, how he supposed to get in touch with you if you blocked him? She needs to block him if he ain't talking about nothing. Nobody has time to waste. If you're not talking about nothing and it ain't gonna be about nothing, then it shouldn't be nothing. I don't understand the problem. And Tommy, you always trying to push people into this damn struggle of. Nobody wants to sit up with a man who seems like he's not interested. She knows her worth. Despite what everybody else may think about her, she is not finna settle just because Cam texts her WID. Child, please. I was like, anyway, moving on from that. So everything is happening, honey. And Tommy trying to figure out if it can be something. And then Rose goes, well, girl, be careful. Now, Rose, this is why I have a problem with you because you couldn't wait to say that. You couldn't wait to pipe up. So she goes, we dated and he was not who he appeared to be. And he basically told me that he had trust issues and that somebody had cheated on him before. And he wanted to bring another woman into the bedroom. And I just was not down for that, like a third party. And I'm just not down for it. She goes on to say, and then I found a condom in his house and they were not the kind that we used. That's when it pissed me off. I know everybody else's mouth was probably wide open like, oh, they had sex and everything. That pissed me off. Listen here. I am no Cam fan by any means, but it seems like Rose wanted to hurt Sahara because she was hurt. I didn't like that. You mad at Cam and now you going to sit here and just all of a sudden start talking about how the two of you having sex. And also, if you are smashing Cam, then why are you crying and telling Hussein that you thought y'all were going to walk in as a couple? Girl, what is really going on? That confused me. So I was like, let me just pause for a second. Because why would you do that? Well, girl, be careful. Please save it. You're not trying to warn her. You just want people to know that you had sex with him, i.e. Sahara and Hussein. So Hussein in the back looking like, wait a minute. Now she just gave me a criminal record and she was having sex with Cam. So Cam looking crazy because, that's what he like to do. And then Rose says, do you or do you not? Are you not expecting? And so everybody's like, what? Expecting what? Here goes Sahara. I need to have another drink. So then Shanice said, I think she means expecting a baby. Tommy all confused. Yeah, Tommy, you can't interject on this one. Oh, what exactly are you expecting? A baby. So Sahara is looking crazy. Cam is looking crazy. Rose is dropping bombs. Everybody's confused. And that was the end of the episode. So Cam is like, girl, I don't know nothing about no baby. Hussein don't know nothing about no handcuffs. And he don't know nothing about no baby. I don't know if Rose is just making up lies on every man that she had encountered during this whole process or what. So we will see next week if Cam is expecting a baby. And if he is, Rose, I'm going to issue you an apology. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you think about this reunion. The reunion was so much. I just was like, everybody is mad at each other. I could have created an entire collage of everybody that was upset with Cam. That's what you get for having a damn corner. Now, let me see what y'all saying, honey. Let's get into the mess. Okay. Not a buzzball. Ciante said, Cam not getting unblocked. Ain't never. Okay. Lachelle said, I wonder if he has a baby coming. That's what I wonder. Because baby Rose said, but then again, Rose put Hussein in jail, so we don't know. That damn Rose. Rose. Girl. Now, when you first started out, you were one of my favorites. Then I slowly started to see that you were conforming to fit every man that you came in contact with. You were just becoming a chameleon. And I didn't like that for you. Then you got on the reunion and you just gave a little bit emotionally unhinged. And I don't really know why. That is insane. Child, they should have kept beautiful gowns, Coley. These women are crazy. Honey, everybody got a little something to them. It's just too much. Rose took it to the gutter. Gone was the demure and dainty version. Sure was, honey. Wasn't nothing cutesy about it. Do you hear me? Daniela said Cam out here texting Sahara after the show, but laid up with Rose. Exactly that too. I forgot to mention that. You just as wrong as Rose. You up here texting. That's why you couldn't fully commit to texting Sahara because you was too busy laying down with Rose. And obviously y'all were having multiple sessions. Okay, y'all have had sex multiple times because she's like, that's not the kind we use. Baby, I don't usually have a kind if it's just a hit it and quit it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have preferences if we don't do this often. It's like, okay, we did it this one time, and I mean, it was all right. But it seems that y'all did it multiple times and y'all have a preference. That was crazy. Why would Rose allow any of these males access? Leave these males in the dust. OMFG, girl. You think so, Latoya? I think so too, allegedly. Because at that retreat, this kind of energy gives that Hussein put it down. And remember, they said he was a sex addict. So y'all know he had a lot of practice. Them friends said it, honey. I ain't said it. Okay, I want to make sure that I let y'all know that I didn't say it. It's all alleged. Let me put my banner up here. Welcome to the Opinionated Channel. All views expressed are opinions and alleged. If you would like to support my channel, please Cash App $Misha IMO. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, I ain't said it. Your friends said it. Roll the tape back. They said it. Child, this is a fool. Okay, Rose wanted anybody but a dead body. Any and everybody. Do you hear me? Alicia, thank you for being a member. And welcome to your first live, honey, the live full of foolishness. I feel for Rose. Was not a good look at all for her. I feel for her in the respect that she got eliminated and it hurt her, but this was not the way to go about it. I feel like she should have reeled it in a little bit. It was too much. It was too much. Her flyness said, I don't want it if it had me acting like that. Okay. I done had one that had me acting like that. I ain't gonna lie. I actually walked to his house, child. Walked. Baby, I walked. Do you hear me? I walked. Mind you, we was in college and it was, dorms or whatever. But his dorm wasn't nowhere near mine, I tell you that. It took me at least 45 minutes to get there. Baby, I walked. I was so damn mad. I had to calm myself down, honey. Sometimes it'd be so good. Rose, I understand, but I don't understand. I wouldn't do that at 42. Well, I'm 43 now. But 43 to be exact. I wouldn't do that at 43. But back when I was 21, I think this happened when I was 21. I had just turned 21. Back when I was 21, oh baby, I walked to get that thing. Baby, I walked to get that thing. It was good to me. Do you hear me? Because baby, he wasn't answering that phone. So let me tell y'all a story time. It's not really a story time. Real quick. He wasn't answering that phone, honey. I kept calling. I had just seen him, because I was over there getting me something to eat, and he was over there getting him something to eat with his friends, okay? And, he's a Kappa. Y'all know how I love the Kappas and whatnot. They be strolling and doing what they be doing. So I had called him. He was like, all right, I'm going to call you right back because we were supposed to meet up. Well, he was supposed to come to my place, but then some kind of way, like the lines got crossed or whatever. Then my friend was going to this fraternity party. I don't really know what party it was, but it wasn't for me because the Kappa said that we was going to get into it. If we were going to get into it, so I could not very well leave, honey. I had to get into it. So I'm calling, honey. Now, mind you, I'm thinking we a whole thing, okay? Because he was always with me. So I'm thinking we a thing, So I called him. He tells me he gonna call me back, but I heard a few voices in the background. Well, baby, what he do that for? He might as well have not even answered that damn phone. Baby, I hung that phone up so good. And this was when my mama told me that I couldn't take my car to school. I don't know what I had done. I don't know, but it was for some reason I didn't have my car. So I couldn't drive to where he was. Baby, I picked up them keys and that phone that was free after 7 p.m. with them text messages that charged 10 cents per minute. And I went on down the road, honey. People was passing me, blowing beep, beep. And I was like, toot, toot, honey, I'm going to get that thing. Baby. And when I got to his damn dorm and I beat on that door like I was the police, I was like, open up, it's Misha. Baby, he opened that door. He was like, why you beating on the door like that? I was like, boy, drop and give me 50. I went on in, got what I had to get, and got the hell out. He was like, you are so crazy. Why would you walk over here? I told you I was going to call you back. I said, well, I heard somebody in the background, and I ain't like the way it was sounding, okay? And he was like, well, that was one of my roommates' little thing or whatever. I was like, y'all always trying to blame it on the roommate. You like to lie. You a Kappa. Y'all be lying. I ain't got time for it. Then we talked for a little bit. Then we did the deed, and then I went on back, baby. He drove me on back to the place, and Baby, he loved him some me, honey, because I had a little, a little tinge of crazy to me back then. And he was like, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We kept getting into it. And so finally I was like, yeah, I don't think you're ready to love. So it took me some time. Baby, I don't think you're ready to love. And I let his ass go. Charlie was good to me. So sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You just never know. Her flying is 79. You just never know. Baby, that's crazy. But back to this mess. This didn't make no damn sense. Rose, you need to get yourself together. Let me go on up. There are 774 of you on this live. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like the live on your way in or out. This thing is happening where if you name the number of people you have on a live, then a lot of them leave all at once. Because now there are 769 of you on this live. 700 likes would be awesome. I would really appreciate y'all. That would be a good old birthday present. Okay. Please like this live, y'all, or whatever. Wait a minute. Hold on. I see a super chat. Well, I'm trying to get up to it. I can't find it. Hold on. Maybe one day they'll let me get to it. There's so many comments. Let me see. Walked. I walked, honey. Yes. I see a lot of y'all saying walked and did. Minx, thank you so much for the super chat. Misha, this is your birthday super chat. YouTube was tripping the other night. But anywho, I am so surprised Rose crashed out tonight. I'm not surprised she crashed out tonight. I knew she had it in her. Because remember that episode where they were in the ladies' lounge and she was trying to prove that Cam liked her and she knew him on a deeper level than all the other ladies. And then when she talked about Fritz and how she didn't want to have a surrogate and the way her attitudes like shifted, I knew that's what she was about, y'all. I knew she was going to get into it one of these days, and she waited until the reunion. Thank you so much for this super chat. G Dot said, I wonder if them dragging out this season gave the cast too much to think and they came extra pissed to the reunion. I don't know. Because some of the stuff they was mad about. I was like, that's not really anything to be mad about. Everybody was just fighting. I don't mind, a little disagreement here and there, but everybody was fighting. And I just didn't like it. I was like, why is everybody fighting? Shanice was being a ride or die. She sure was. I said, not for Fritz, Sean. Okay, girl. Okay. Well, I think Cam does look like a turtle. Every single time he came on, I would sing, hey, out. Hey, it's Franklin. Y'all crazy. G-Dot said, I already read that. Y'all are so crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Black Butterfly 18 said Rose sat there crying about not walking to the bridge with Hussein, but dates Cam, who also dismissed her. She just wanted to be chosen and she needs to go heal. I agree. And not to mention, you sleeping with the one that eliminated you. Hussein didn't even let you go. I mean, he agreed to let you go, but he didn't give you the speech. And then you went back after that and got Cam? Honey. No, ma'am. Hey, DL. Hey, y'all. I'm late. Didn't know you were on, Misha, but just in time. Girl. Yeah, we on, honey, to talk about this Ready to Love reunion part 1. On a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, no, I'm not going to do 1 to 10. I'll do 1 to 5. 1 being the worst reunion and 5 being the best. What do y'all rate this reunion? Kyra said Rose took it to the gutter. She did. She did take it to the gutter. She did. For some reason, it won't let me go up on my comments, y'all. I guess it's too far gone. So I'm just going to go on down here. Okay, we got a 4, a 3, a 5. Sunshine and Flowers said a 2, a 4. I would give it a 3. It was just too much. I have had a rough week, and I just was like, I thought it was going to drop some tea or whatever, but everybody fighting, that just made my nerves bad. 5. Gigi said 5. It was good to me. Devira said Rose had her baby daddy arrested. You think so? Ronnie said I was unimpressed, and I wish I had been drunk while watching. Oh, child. Lachelle said, well, Cam was still interested. Hussein was like, it was a deal breaker. Kiara said, rate the fits next. Okay, wait. I'm going to have to do that on part 2 because I want to get each individual person's outfit. Okay, but let me rate the wigs. Okay, I can rate the hair. Let's rate the hair. All right, so here we go. First up, let me go back. Let me see. Do I have a picture of everybody's hair? I don't think so. You know what? No, I'm going to do that on part 2. I'm going to rate the outfits and I'm going to rate the hair on part 2. So come back to part 2 because I want to make sure I have, what is Ace Boogie saying? Who is that? Somebody block whoever that is for me. What are they saying? Y'all let me know because I can't see the trolls in the chat. Baby, look, if you didn't come over here to have a good time and you came over here for some foolishness, then you got to go. Okay, we're simply just shooting the breeze and getting into it and trying to figure out if Cam got a damn baby. We're trying to figure out if Hussein got a damn record. We're trying to figure out if Rose got her damn mind right. We're trying to figure out if Sahara gonna unblock Cam. We're also trying to figure out what Kiera and them gonna talk about next episode. We're trying to figure out why the hell Cisco sweating and he ain't wearing no shirt. We're trying to figure out why Tommy always taking up for men and never taking up for women. And I'm trying to figure out why you over here being ugly. So whoever Ace is, please exit stage left. I ain't got no damn time. Thank you, Shakira. Please tell me what they said, though. Oh, and then Ace said, please block at Fumi. What's going on? What y'all arguing about? Now, don't y'all start arguing like these damn ready to love people now. We get along over here. Don't start that. Do not start that. I'm going to have to do y'all how I used to do my class. Everybody getting punished. We're going to wrap this thing up. Y'all, please don't do that. Thank you, P, for the super chat. Happy birthday, Misha. I missed the first half of this live, but can we talk about how hood the Philly dating scene is? Is Houston the same? No. Houston got some bad. Let me tell you something. First of all, Houston got some fine men. That's why I just stay in the house. And when I go outside, I keep my head down. I keep my head on a swivel. Because last time I looked up, I looked into somebody's damn eyes and I'm still trying to get a divorce. And I'm, and I ended up with a 10-year-old. Houston is no, it's not the same. But I will say that parts of Houston can get a little hood in the dating scene as well. The only reason is because you'll be dating somebody on the north side and really he got a wife and kids probably over there on that north side, honey, because it's so far from where you at. You be in Richmond dating somebody in Katy, y'all might as well be in Philly and Houston. If you're dating somebody on the east side and that person's from Sugarland over on the southwest, then you might as well be long distance. The men out here got 5 women for every 1 man, and that might be conservative. They are like, they everywhere. The men be all over you. Okay, they be all over you. So I can't say that Houston is like Philly, but Houston does have very attractive men, but I just don't want to be bothered. Now, as far as Philly getting hood and whatnot, this is what I say about Philly. And I stand on this, and I've said this every single episode. What I do like about Philly is this is a real representation of how sometimes the dating pool is regular schmegular people. When you put a whole bunch of influencers, actors, models, now don't get me wrong, they do have that mixed up in Philly, but they're just so authentic to me. I don't know. I guess I like that. Because I feel like every time I watch, I think I'm going to know what's going to happen. It seems contrived, and then it almost seems predictable. And I don't like to watch shows like that. Oh, we know this person's going to end up with this person, and that person's going to end up with this. I like it better. But maybe that's just me. Ronnie said, yep, dated the dude from Tyler. This fool had a whole relationship while I was in Houston. Girl, I used to talk to this dude in Tyler. Yeah, you got to watch them, honey. Them small town men. Absolutely not. Minx the cutie, thank you for the super chat. Ace called us broads and the kind that end up on twisted crimes. Oh, baby, you definitely got to go because y'all know I don't play that kind of stuff. Okay, wait a minute. And I had saw him comment something too. Yeah, thank y'all so much for blocking him. No, we don't do that over here. Twisted crimes. And y'all know that I have been a victim of DV. I don't play that kind of child. Don't make me cuss. I don't play that kind of stuff. So please take that ignorance somewhere else. This is just a good time on a Friday night, baby. If you got something better to do, then go do it. But don't come over here with that. That is crazy. Broads, twisted crimes. With all the stuff that's going on in the news right now, please don't play with me. Don't piss me off. LZ head full of hair says Cisco was dressed like he couldn't wait for somebody to ask if he found a job. Listen, why was all the men squeezing their balls? Them pants were so damn tight. I said, oh, everybody get up and stretch. Like, everybody just stand up right quick. They had them ball huggers on. Do you hear me? They had the ball huggers on and them ankles were out. I said, baby, this right here is a fool. Miss Shook said Philly has some handsome men. Unfortunately, they were not shown this season. Baby, they posted this up at the bus stop. Do you hear me? That's how they got Cisco on here. Justice says Chicago gonna cut a fool and I am ready. Wait a minute, they going to Chicago next? Oh, baby, I can't wait to see that. Somebody was not using protection if expecting. And I hope she wasn't still sleeping with him, child. I can't wait for part two. I gotta decompress after part one. And then I was trying to hurry up and get here, and I was trying to get all my pictures and everything together and do all this stuff. I was like, oh, this is too much. Lord, I almost didn't make it. Larissa said, right. And is Cisco still laying head to foot? Questions that need answers. Okay, Kiara, you in the chat. Is he still laying Is he still laying head to foot? Somebody tell us something. Okay, very much something. Fumi, I made sure that he was out of here. Okay. I have checked the chat from my phone and I no longer see him. So thank y'all for blocking. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's see. Okay, I got your back because we're not gonna tolerate that kind of disrespect. Misha wrote earlier that Cisco looked like he got dressed in the dark. I thought he looked good when I saw the previews of him walking in, but when he was sitting there, I was like, what is happening? Child, what is going on? What is this, honey? Put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home. Put your damn shoes on, honey. Now, let me be messy. Okay, Natorsha Campbell, let's see. Now, she could have had relationships with anybody right around the same time she was popping it for pimp. Well, I mean, popping it for Cam, okay? Well, I don't know. But it could be a whole fabricated lie, child. Because Rose, baby, I just ain't gonna get over the fact that this man didn't really go to jail. And Rose had me so excited to get over here and see what was going on. And I was ready to have Rose's back. I was like, I'm gonna give Hussein a piece of my mind. How dare he be hypocritical? Whole time the man ain't never went to jail. I said, oh Lord, honey. That's why you gotta watch the whole thing. Cause Keywan said, I just want to know if Tay and Cisco are still together. I don't think they're still together. I don't know, something about their body language and the way that Tay's attitude was when she was explaining to Rose that these men gonna do them and you gotta be savage. And I don't think they're together still. Somebody just tells me it's not. They're not together. And then Cisco posted something on his Instagram, and the way his caption was worded, it made me believe that they weren't together. It was something along the lines of, and even though things took a turn, or it was something like that. But it just made me think they're not together. You know what I'm saying? That's what it made me think. Okay, let me go up. I forgot about a lot of these people, y'all. I can't wait till they get to Chicago. Baby, I love me some Chicago foolishness. Okay, that's like a second home. You hear me? And I ain't never even been there. Okay, let me go up. Let me go up. If y'all are in the chat, I'm not ignoring you. It's just that for some reason, thank you, Tiffany, for the super chat. I'm trying to go up. Okay, so Shakira says, can we talk about how Cam said he will be in a relationship, but it has to be open whether she likes it or not? That's that foolishness. That's why him and Cisco got that podcast called Toxic Perspective. They can sure give it to us, huh? Now, who in their right mind, besides, let me see, who do y'all think on the cast would go for him having an open relationship, whether she likes it or not? I don't think any of them that crazy. Cam, please. Sir, you should have took what you could get. Okay. Rose did surprise me. I was expecting it on TikTok afterwards, not at the reunion or on Instagram. You know how they post them long stories and all that other kind of stuff, or they get in the comments and they start going off because posting the receipts and then everybody start going back and forth on each other. That's what I was expecting. But I was not expecting her to just come out guns a-blazing at the reunion. That was a lot. That was really a lot. Okay, let me see. It says, read my super chat from earlier. Hold on, I'm going up. Yes, y'all, please like. Thank you, Sunshine and Flowers. Y'all like the live. You released him back to the community. Hold on, let me go up. Queen Day said, no wonder Cam wasn't texting back so hard. He was in there putting it down with Rose and anybody else, it seems like. Okay, ugh. Yuck. Okay, yuck. Like what? Hold on, I'm going on up. I'm trying to get back to the super chats because I want to make sure that I acknowledge your comment So I'm just scrolling on through, honey, trying to get back to the top. Shauna said Rose may have been drunk. She is small. Y'all think she was drunk? She wasn't no damn drunk. Rose was ready, honey. Mm-mm-mm. True was giving dynasty vibes with that fur. Baby, I don't know what True was giving. She was giving lies, according to Khalil. He was like, ain't nothing true about you, honey. False. Every time True starts speaking, Ronnie, I think it's her eyebrows. They be looking really close together. What is going on? Damn, y'all real opinionated. Y'all are crazy. And then y'all be getting me in trouble. Then people be coming over here saying that I be the one saying it, but I don't really even be the one saying it. But Jillian said, I wanted to wipe that smirk off Fritz's face while he was watching Shanice go off on Cam. Yes. And then when Cam looked at Fritz and said, oh, you got your little girlfriend fighting your battles for you. I didn't know at the time that they were actually a thing, but it was crazy to me that Shanice just busted out and started going off. Then she was like, are you listening to me? Listen again. I said, what are y'all talking? What is happening? Why is everybody so damn mad? Hey, Sean, I didn't finish watching, just got home and stopped in to show my support. Thank you, Sean. Okay, let me see. I'm getting there, y'all. I'm moving on up, honey. Okay, I think wait a minute now. Baby, y'all in this chatting. Do you hear me? I love a good chat. Y'all go on chat it up, okay? Pearls Galore 23 said, I don't think asking age in an environment like this is wrong. They're checking for compatibility up front. It's not wrong. It's not, because maybe I don't want to date within your age range. You could be older than me. I don't know. And what if I want to have kids and you don't want to have children? Khalil was talking about that. And, True was just like, I told you my age. Girl, no, you didn't. You was hiding that age up until the bitter end. It reminds me of this girl that was on Pop the Balloon. And she, okay, wait a minute. I think I found. Keisha, thank you for the super chat. Never let a Philly hairstylist touch your tresses. You know what's so crazy? Rose is actually a stylist. She's a hairstylist. So, child, I don't know what was going on. Whoever touched Deanna's head, that's who don't need to be touching nobody's head, child. Whoa, baby. It is a fool. Okay. I do not know what is going on. Okay, I can't see the rest of the super chat. So if you put a super chat in the comment section, thank you so much. Can you re-put your question or your comment again so I can put it up? Okay, I see another one. Rose is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Representative hashtag 232. Baby, the way she got unhinged, baby, she came undone. I said, oh, she got to be getting something. Brandy said Cam had all that smoke for Rose, but then was sleeping with her after. He just didn't want her messing with Hussein. That's it. He didn't want, that's the problem. And I remember I told y'all on that review, I said the only reason Cam don't care nothing about, baby, I be knowing. When I say I be knowing, I said Cam don't care nothing about her man or her ex-man or whoever, her child's father being incarcerated. He don't care nothing about that. He don't give a damn. He is upset because Rose was in there playing house with Hussein. But what's funny is that's hypocritical, because you were in there. Is it, child? He was in there with Sahara all weekend. So did she pop it for Pimp? And now you over there sleeping with Rose, and Rose is over there crying about Hussein. Oh, I'm gonna have to create a diagram next week, because I got some things to say, honey. I got to connect all these people. Everybody's sleeping with everybody, honey. This is a fool. Okay, Cisco looked like he got dressed in the dark. Is that women? I already seen that one. Okay, so they just starting to repeat. I don't know, y'all. I can't see it. Her Flyness 79 said maybe their checks were short. That's probably why they kept pausing the season to sell fish dinners in the church basement to make them. It's that damn programming. It's their programming, because now Bell Collective and stuff is coming back. Love and Marriage Huntsville is taking a huge break. And tomorrow, instead of Hard and Hustle Houston coming on at 8, it's coming on at 7. I don't know what's going on. I don't just put on shows whenever they feel like it. It's like, you know what? I think we're going to put a ring on it coming back today. Yep. That's right. What did you say? Family or Fiance? That's going to be 3 years from now. Don't worry about that one. The Never Ever Mets. Oh, that one came on last week. Ready to Love. Philly or the other season. Like, they just be doing anything. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no schedule. It's just like, catch me if you can. And then I had one person comment and say, I don't know why you keep doing this, but this is an old season. Can you put up recent reviews? And I'm reading the comment like, say what now? Baby, I couldn't wait to respond. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, but this season is current. They took a break. All of a sudden, I went back, the comment was gone. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fact check what you're talking about, honey, because you don't know what you're talking about, honey. Coming over here trying to check me. Who gonna check me, boo? Mimi said they should have followed Deanna's lead on the show. With what? That wig? I hate that wig. Oh, and Deanna's so pretty. I just hate that wig, honey. What kind of lead did Deanna have going on? Please let me know. Deanna's face and body is T. Ain't it Beauty and Brains 86? Ain't it? That's why I just wanted her to wear her cute little short do. She does not need that big heavy wig. It takes away from her face. She don't need that. There is no reason that she needs that. I was expecting her to have her little short do, but whatever. Who I was surprised didn't say much? Naeem. Because although he didn't last until the end, he was there for quite a while. But it seems like his segment got overshadowed with the whole situation, the Google Docs and True and all that. He didn't give anything. He didn't really say anything. I was shocked at that. I was like, I thought he was going to say a little bit more, but I guess not. Who in the chat? Belisha said, I had no idea who Deanna was with that wig. I thought she was someone that got eliminated early. I have no idea who nobody was. I was so confused when I looked because I'm used to Rose having her natural hair. You know how she always just has it. And I was used to seeing that. I didn't even recognize Tay until she started talking to Rose. And I was like, okay, that's Tay. I recognized Kiara. I recognized Coley. And Cisco, baby, he done got him a hot top fade. And I said, baby, not the Kid and Play. And yeah, look, that's what y'all need to name your podcast, Cam and Cisco. Name it Kid and Play. He got the hot top, and Cam like to play all damn day. Okay. Y'all can name it Kid and Play. Y'all can steal that if you want to. Oh, Deanna is in the chat. Hey, Deanna. Deanna said, I wasn't feeling the short hair, Misha. Let me live, girl. Dang. Okay, Deanna, I hated that wig though, girl, because you are just so pretty. And I did not want that wig sitting how it was sitting. It ain't no damn well. No, I'm like, Deanna, back in that wig, girl. I like the short hair, and I think you would have looked so pretty with the dress you had on, with your short hair and some like statement earrings, baby. That would have been everything. Okay. But I ain't gonna say no more. Okay, we off Deanna's wig, honey. We off the wig, child. She said stop. She said stop. She said leave her alone, honey. She said moving forward. Who is Coley? Coley is the one that had the boobage out. The one that told Rocky, she said, girl, I thought you were a safe space. She was sitting in the back. Remember her and Eddie kind of like hit it off, and then she got eliminated? She went on a date with Jay, and she went on a date with Eddie. That's who Coley is. Remember, she was all confused, the flight attendant. Talking about she never seen snow and someone's falling from the sky and she thought it was Rice Krispie treats. It was something like that. I just played Coley. I just played, girl. She did say something was falling from the sky though, and she didn't know what it was, or something. She didn't know how rain looked. It was something crazy. She was like, I ain't never been outside before, or something. Y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all. She be just as crazy as the day is long, honey. Sunflower Power said, if you're going to do a wig, you got to do a wig. Okay, baby, you got to eat down with it. Do you hear me? And also, I think it would have been good I wonder how Deanna would look with darker hair. That would have been cute too. That would have been real cute. She said, I know I was thinking that when I seen the reunion. Yeah, because I thought, see how like the picture that you have up right here, those kind of statement earrings with your short hair and your dress, baby, that would have ate down. Do you hear me? Okay. You see Khalil all talking about your body, honey. Said that thing is stacked. Do you hear me? Coley and Eddie would have been cute together. I think they would have been too, but somebody Eddie give me untrustworthy. And you know what they were saying in the streets, child, allegedly. That he had a girlfriend when he came onto the show. Now, I don't know how true it is because, you know, people like to make up stuff. So I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what they were saying. And I was just like, is that true? I don't know if it is or if it ain't. But he didn't last long enough for them to even get into it, which I was shocked. I thought he was gonna last longer than Cam. But baby, Cam's corner took over. And now he on there versus every damn body. Cam versus Shanice, Cam versus Sahar, Cam versus Rose, Cam versus his damn self. Cam Damn. Cam, they ate you up. They ate you up. But listen to me though. What I can say is Cam took it like a champ though. Because you know some of these men will argue you down. Y'all done seen them reunions where the men be arguing you down? Cam was just like, say what? I ain't even do that. She lying. She tried to sleep with me. Cam, you just be lying and carrying on. But you did stand your ground, honey. They was eating you up. They was hitting you left and right. I said, P. Harvey said, you want the wig to look natural and match your facial structure and skin tone. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Wait a minute. Let's see. Tina said, Tay is beautiful. Outfit she wearing ready to love to Philadelphia reunion. I can't remember what Tay had on. I know it was black, but I can't remember how it looked because I was rushing, y'all. I was trying to hurry up and set my live up so we could talk about it. So I don't remember what Tay had on, but I'm going to go back and look. I don't remember. Cam been laying those down all over town. Baby, he sure has. I don't see how I don't know. I mean, he does have a nice body, but I don't know. He too cocky for me. I don't like that. He too cocky. You know, he gives off that. I mean, I could take it or leave it. Because remember when Angie was trying to get his number, he was like, nah, you give me your number. I beg you. You don't beg me. I was like, oh, okay, child. She just asking for a number. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. It's really not. But I don't know. It's too cocky for me. I don't like that. Because it just gives I could do better. Don't play in my damn face. That's why Sahara did what she did, honey. I stand on what I said. I said what I said and I ain't changing it. Anybody can say whatever they want to say. This first part of the reunion, Sahara's the only one act like she had some sense. She could have easily got Nuck and Buck or whatever when Angie came up trying to talk to Cam in the middle of their conversation, saying to keep her name out of his mouth. She didn't even do that. She ran behind Angie. She went to go and check on her, and that showed a lot about her character. Because, you know, these people, this has been over. And I'm sure they formulated friendships, but majority of the time, if they're talking to like a person that's their love interest or someone they were interested in previously, they don't be worried about nobody else. They're worried only about themselves. But she was like, well, just go talk to him and then see. I don't care, honey. That's my girl. Okay. Just go talk to him and see what's going on. I am Miss Golden T said Deanna didn't like Cam. She just saw the Ninja Turtle for what he was. And no, because look, people ate me up when I said that she wasn't being rude. They was like, Deanna is being rude. I didn't find that rude. I just find that she just told him how she felt. People always want you to, well, can you? And I'm so sorry. No, it wasn't. Now, it wasn't rude to me. But a lot of people were like, no, she was rude when she said this to Cam, when she said that to Cam. I didn't find it rude at all. I just feel like she was telling him, okay, I do this and I do that with the fire department. And what else is going on? I didn't find it rude. Now, what was rude was the sit down with Hussein. But then once the season started going on, remember I told y'all a few reviews ago that maybe Hussein does have a problem with communication. Talking about I didn't stick around long enough, or what did he say? We didn't get that much time for me to get past it. Well, if y'all didn't get that much time to get past it, then why didn't you try to text? Because you were having an issue with texting people, calling people. There could have been a conversation. Like I said, I feel like communication was lacking on both sides. Both of them could have had a conversation. If somebody says to me, I have a child, the first thing I'm going to say is, oh, okay, are you and the mother still cool? How's your relationship with the mom? That's your invitation to get to know more about it. You cannot compare her and Kiara's situation together. Because really, Kiara didn't just sit the whole group down and say, hey, this is what's going on with my child's father. It just came out. You know what I'm saying? While they were having casual conversation. But for you to try to use that to say that Rose should have done the same thing, that may not be her story. And who's to say she didn't have trauma or something attached to that? You don't know. So I don't know. Deanna probably already knew about Cam's history. Philly ain't that big. You think so? I don't think so. She act like she ain't know that man from a can of paint. Deanna said, "Oh no, that was heavy editing with me sitting down with Hussein." Oh, okay, girl, because they had you looking so rude. I said, "Wait a minute now." Deanna was like my favorite, but now I'm looking like, say what now? Why you being like this to Hussein? This just came out of nowhere. So okay, yeah. So that they saying she said the editing was eating her up. P said, I feel like Deanna was just done with the process by the time Hussein's scene happened. None of these men were worth dating seriously. Oh, well, as soon as I seen his friends, I knew he wasn't worth a damn. I said, honey. Them friends talking to me about sex as soon as I sit down, that's a hell no for me. Don't ask me about no sexual position. Don't ask me about what I like to do, when I like to do it, how I like to do. I don't know you. We shouldn't even be having these types of conversations. And I really don't know your friend. Okay, like we just met. We can't do this yet. Like, please. No, ask me nothing about that. Gone on, child. Hussein didn't care about the baby daddy. He just cared about how he looked to his boys. Lachelle, I agree. Because when he sat down with Rose, he said he was looking like a goofy because she just said it out loud and didn't tell him first. And he was embarrassed or he felt a way because she didn't tell him first. And it's the way that he found out. So that could be. That could be. That could be. Okay, hold on. Let me go up so I can get other people's comments. Let me see. Let me see what I was doing. Sunflower Power said them breaking this reunion up in two parts is wild work. I'm used to it. I'm just happy it's not three. Because if this was Housewives, baby, we'd be here for another 2 weeks. I'm kind of used to them breaking it up, even though there wasn't much more to say. They could have done an hour and 30 minutes because the only other thing is Kiara and Jay and Cisco and Tay. That's it. We don't need to hear from the people who went home, child. We don't give a damn. Um, we could hit on people who were there closer to the end. We could talk to maybe Naeem about how he felt about what people were saying about him having multiple children and this and that. We could talk about that. I just feel like they need a new host. I need some fresh energy for the reunion. I don't want that same stage. I don't want, I just feel like it needs something. It needs very much something. It needs some zhuzh. And, make it a little bit more interesting. Mm-mm. Girl, I'm late, but Cam and Rose, like, what? Baby, I wasn't shocked. Well, you know what? I kind of was shocked because of how she was with Hussein, but I was disappointed in Rose for just bringing it out like that. Like, this is not even your segment. This was Sahara's segment. And then all of a sudden, you just started talking about how, you went to Pound Town with Cam and he put out your fire with his hose down to the fire station. I didn't like it. Okay, I didn't damn like it. You could tell us about him extinguishing your fire later. Now, if you wanted to come out here and say that, you could have said that when it was the time for Hussein and Cam and them sending you to the house. You could have been crying about Hussein and then cut your tears and then cut to Cam and then say, Cam, you ain't worth a damn either. Because when I came to your house, it was condoms on the floor. Don't wait till you get to this segment and then start talking about how he got a baby. Like, girl, what? And then it ends. I said, nah, this is crazy. Mm-mm. But she was supposed to be heartbroken over Hussein. Girl, tears and all. I said, now come on, Rose. Girl, pull yourself together. Don't worry about no Hussein, but he don't want me. And his head kind of come to a point a little bit. Girl, don't be worried about that little acorn. Do not be worried about him. Ain't no reason you should have been all upset. Exactly. What about that baby, though? I need to get a Kelly meme. I need to get a Kelly meme so I can do it. Rose gives, I'm mad and gonna put all your business out. Can't trust no one like that. Maisha, you said a mouthful. You said a mouthful, baby. When Mad Day came, baby, she telling everything. She done started little fires everywhere, baby. She went over there and told Angie, no, Angie bust them damn windows out. She done went over there and told Angie, now Cam got to watch his car after she got through with that. Then she said, oh, I'm not finished. She goes out on the stage, tells them that her and Cam had been sleeping together and that the condom was on the floor and it was not their particular brand. Then she put a charge on Hussein. I said, oh, that is crazy. I'm just sitting here looking at the screen like I couldn't even barely write down my notes. I said, this is crazy. Every single turn, then somebody else started fighting with him. I said, Cam, maybe you should have sat this one out. But baby, they tearing you up. Rose is a pick-me who's unhinged and gave them her power. What she did was dangerous. I agree. Saying somebody has gone to jail and they haven't. And you know what? Hussein had posted on his Instagram that the truth was going to come out. And I was like, okay, he finna get the line. Ain't gonna be nothing but a lie. But apparently he was telling the truth. My bad, Hussein. My bad, Hussein. I didn't think she was lying on you. But I still wouldn't trust it because I don't like them friends. You need to find better friends because you could very well be a decent guy, but you are the company that you keep. And we too damn old to be sitting up with some friends talking about they poly. And y'all, is Philly the poly capital or what? Because I feel like everybody just poly this and poly that. What is happening? Mink said, Misha Deanna said she would do an interview. Yay, we need some insight for this season. Okay. Well, I'm gonna reach out to you via your Instagram DM so we can set it up. Cause I sure got some questions, honey. Apple of his eye. Thank you for telling me, Minx. I can't see it. The chat is moving. The apple of his eye. Thank you for the super chat. Also, happy belated birthday. Thank you. J Lux 823 said Hussein's response to Deanna and his response to Rose about why they broke up always gave me he is into men. Oh no, honey. Allegedly. Honey, it ain't got to do with me. I ain't put it on you. Angel Meyer said, yes, we need the tea. Okay, y'all submit your questions and I'm gonna thank you, Deanna. And then we gonna get it all set up. Cause baby, I got some questions. Do you hear me? Like Miss Wanda would say, I got some questions. Lemonhead said, you think Rose aired Cam out because of spite? Yes. Because how are you crying over one man and at the same time you're letting Cam extinguish her fire? It's giving Rose is very bitter. She's very upset, and I don't think she knows how to process her emotions and put them out there in a way that doesn't make her look silly. She has a right to be mad about them dismissing her the way that they did without really understanding why she didn't disclose it. But I think she just got so mad. And then she brought it all to the reunion. She couldn't wait. It was just giving, I have a vendetta and y'all gonna get this smoke today. And I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand the tears. I didn't understand it. Baby, it's so much going on, honey. Now it's making me think, well, what was going on when you was crying about that ex? Baby, this is crazy. Okay. Nuts. Amber said Rose really crashed out this episode, and it's because she let Cam lay up on her. Not lay up on lay up on her, lay up in her. Baby. Look, Rose says she gonna walk 45 minutes to Cam house, honey. I know that's right. I'm sorry, not Cam, Hussein. Because I'm so confused, honey. I don't know who it was. Deanna, girl, I saw that laugh out loud emoji. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Wink, wink. PC Serial Mom said they both talked to her first, though, before she was dismissed. They did, but see, what I mean is, it didn't have to be a deal breaker. I personally don't think, because she's not the one in jail. I feel like they could have had a conversation about being better at communicating. I feel like they could have given her some grace. So her being upset, I can see it. I can see her being upset. Like, dang, y'all gonna dismiss me for a man I ain't even with. I get it. But at the same time, you were not doing a good job with expressing yourself. And then you came on here and some of that stuff, I'm sorry, I just couldn't have your back on that. I was like, girl, you are doing too much. Okay. Way too much. Child, she said ran up in her, lay up on her. Both of them lay up on her and y'all out of control. Y'all are out of control. The Haitian Empress said Rose was unhinged. Girl, wasn't she? While she made this one part explosive, it came across as I missed 3 days of my medication. And Misha IMO, I do not make light of such issues. Child, that's crazy. Did y'all hear Rose say to Hussein behind the set, I'm feeling away because, yeah, I said that in my review. She said, I'm feeling away because we were supposed to walk in here together as a couple. What? How were you supposed to walk in as a couple if you were just pretending to be a couple with Cam? And this another thing too. This is what I didn't like either. Okay, so this I just thought of this. So remember when they were in the ladies' lounge and she was talking about how she knows Cam better than anybody and Cam's not like this and like that. I feel like she wanted to point out to Sahara that she had dated Cam after this whole experience, because Sahara had just got through saying how Cam really wasn't texting and how he wasn't doing this. But then Tommy came in with the assist, like, well, unblock him and you never know what could happen. And then Sahara kind of changed her tune a little bit. And she was like, well, I mean, We'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, well, that pissed Rose off because I don't know if she want options or what. So I guess since she didn't see it working out with Hussein, all of a sudden she had to make sure that she completely burned the bridge between Cam and Sahara. And she was like, oh, girl, I dated him too. And, the condoms this and the condoms that. That's what pissed me off because it reminded me of that lounge. If you want to state what went on, that's fine. But why are you doing it now? That's crazy. So yeah, it just seemed like misery loves company in that moment. P said the baby daddy being in jail shouldn't be an issue because that other woman's baby daddy was also in jail. It's just real Philly down. Baby, look, what's good for Kiara is good for Rose. Toya said it wasn't the flex she thought it would. Girl, show would. Everybody was looking like, what? And Cam sitting up there looking like, now you know damn well. I thought we weren't gonna tell nobody. Because Cam be hiding people out in the open. Cam, I'm speaking directly to you. You'll be hiding people out in the open. And I don't damn like it. You did the same thing to Sahara. I don't even know what you was doing with Angie. You didn't even take her to the bridge, honey. You took her to the bench. It's either the bench or the bridge. Now, why would you take that lady to that bench? Let's look at that bench. Let's look at that bench. I can't believe this man took that lady to that bench. I'm finna put that bench back up here. Because why would you take her to that bench instead of taking her to the bridge? They said one or the other, honey. It's got to start with a B. Take her to the bench. And that's exactly what he did. Now, that don't make no damn sense. And that's what I'm saying. You be taking these women for granted and playing in a damn face. Now, look at him sitting on this bench with Angie. She got her feet crooked in. She put her heels on. And y'all know Angie be wobbling sometime when she come in. And you gonna sit there and tell her, I don't think it's gonna work. Because you keep busting out the windows and you ain't trying to change. No, that was like last week. I don't do that no more. You gonna do it still or not? No, just make sure you keep all the axes from the firehouse down to the firehouse. Angie crazy. And so is Cam. Baby, this cast is a mess. Do you hear me? They just remind me of people down the street, honey. It's just so real. I don't care what y'all say, baby. It's just so real. These are the people that be just dating and acting a fool. And you be like, girl, you still talking to him? And then everybody know a Rose, honey, that just be doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, baby, that's crazy. He took that lady to that bench. I am not ever going to get over it. Musclehead ain't serious about that. Now, why would you call that man that? Now, why would you call that man that? Why? Glare Rock said, Musclehead ain't serious about nothing, just an acorn. I'm not gonna play. Misha, did you see the brunch clip with Cam and Angie wanting threesomes with the waiter? Girl, no. Where is that on YouTube? Girl. And he say he only want. And see, you know what? This is another thing too. A lot of the men were sexually attracted to Angie. Because I remember Hussein saying, it's probably just gonna be like a drive-by situation. Yeah, I'm good on that. And then Cam was like, oh, I remember now why I like Angie because, of the sexual chemistry. Whole time he went there and had sex with Rose. You better sleep with one eye open, honey, because Rose looked like she gonna drive past your house, kick down your doors and smack your chick. She gonna be wearing them white shoes like Monica. She gonna kick that damn door in and it's gonna be on up in there. Do you hear me? Hopefully they don't have a husband or a wife at home in real life. They would be crazy to be getting on a dating show when you're with someone in real life. You would be surprised. Have you ever watched Love is Blind? Baby, they don't care. They can get on there with a baby, a wife, a husband, secret businesses. They'll do anything. Child, have you seen that show? They don't give a damn. Belicious said, was Cam sleeping with Angie too? Because when he was talking to Sahara and she jumped in the conversation, I thought he was talking about her. No, he was talking about Shanice because she was saying how he texted saying he wanted to be the boy toy. And then she was like, why were you even texting her? And he said, well, she need to tell you about how she texted me and said she wanted to come to my house and sleep with me. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, I guess because I'm assuming it's Rose. I think Sahara said Rose and somebody else said it. Had gone over there and told Angie what went on. And coincidentally, Sahara was talking to Cam and she just came like, you need to keep my name out of your mouth. And clearly he said something though, because immediately when he turned around, he was like, tell me what they said. How you know they even telling the truth? You can't believe everything they say. If you didn't say anything, you would have said, why would you say that to me? I haven't had your name in my mouth. I don't talk about you. He turned around like, it's not true. It is all a lie. Cam, where is Candy?
The lies. There you go. This bitch. The lies.
Cam, please, please come back better on part 2, honey, because this is a fool. Do you hear me? Hey, Sean. If they would have skipped that game they played, we could have got down to business on this show. You're right. They could have skipped the game, but I actually like the game. The only reason is because I wanted to hear who said what. That's just a ready to love thing. I don't know why they think we need games. That's why I was telling y'all I like the more mature side of Kings and Queens Court. I want to see more dates. That's the thing. If Ready to Love revamped their formula and we saw more dates, it would be much better. And also, another thing I think they could integrate into the reunions is that they could actually do sort of like what Bravo does and get actual questions from people via Twitter, Instagram. You know, you can send your questions to a specific email. These are things that people want to know. Now, I think why they don't do that is because they filmed the reunion so early that they're basically watching the show with us. But you know, on Bravo, the show is already aired and then they do the reunion. But for OWN, it's like the first episode comes out and then we do the reunion. So it's like, wait a minute, we don't even know what y'all gonna show. So how are we doing a reunion? Then Tommy has to ask these questions and it just doesn't make sense. They need to do something a little different. Amelia said, oh, that reminds me of this show I used to watch when I was a little girl. It's a cartoon called Amelia Bedelia. Y'all remember Amelia Bedelia? Anyway, it says, very sad because the women let the men play without claiming them. That is how you become a B-A-B-Y. That's how you become a baby mama. Shout out to Fantasia. Yvette said, Misha, was it what you expected on this part 1? And what did they leave out to you? I feel like it all came at once. You know what? Before the reunion started, I said to myself, I said, watch they finna play. It's going to be a boring part 1. They're going to save everything to part 2. I don't even know what they're going to talk about, really. It doesn't seem like they're going to really get into it. Watch they finna play. Because you know how when they make the trailer look so interesting, those parts are actually on part 2. So even when I was making my thumbnail for the live, I was like, should I put these 3 people up here? Because they probably not even going to talk. So it wasn't what I expected because I thought that it was going to be, you know, drawn out. I didn't think they were going to come full, you know, full blast like they did. Now, as far as what they left out, I think they should have talked more to Naeem about his experience. When Hussein had his segment, they could have brought out Deanna because she also had a connection with Hussein and Khalil. So they could have done that on the first part. Then on the second part, that's when you get to the people who went home. And I was shocked to see Fritz and Shanice have a segment on the first part. I thought that would be like second part. I don't think they really left anything out because everything was happening all at once. Sleepy Panda, thank you for the super chat. All these men make me want to stay single, but I'm taking their air fryer and I'm leaving with something. They probably ain't even got no damn air fryer. So you're going to take their microwave, and that's probably attached to the apartment, child. I don't want nothing, honey. I don't want you coming looking for nothing over here with me. Talking about I got to make my salmon and everything. Baby, take everything with you. Leave me be. I said good day. Daniela said, we never get follow-up questions from Tommy. That's true. That's true. That's very true. Because he's misogynistic and hates to hear women speaking and confronting men who play in their faces. The follow-up questions are always missing. Oh, they ain't missing when he want to say, oh, you don't think you could love him a little bit? You say what? He don't pay his child support. Well, when I got with my wife, I had child support. And now my child is 21 years old. Look at me now. I don't give a damn. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He never has anything to say unless it's in solidarity with one of these rockhead men. Listen, I am all for everybody being treated fairly and equally. But like you said, there are never any follow-up questions. And there are other things that we could be talking about. Like that. When she said she blocked him because he wasn't communicating properly, you could have said, well, I mean, do you think blocking him is a form of good communication? We need somebody that's going to be able to talk to these people and really get down to it. I don't know who y'all think could be host. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you think. I don't know who I think could be host. Misha, it sounds more and more like you should be the host for this show. I don't think I can be the host, child. Look, but I am going to keep it real with him and tell him how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because, somebody else could have seen Deanna in the chat, then all of a sudden start switching up to my, no, girl, everything was good. I'm like, girl, you too pretty for that wig. I ain't like that damn wig. I ain't like it. I ain't damn like it. But it's not in a mean way. They just need somebody to flush things out. Because some people, I don't know, they be trying to switch up when they get in front of people. Like, oh, no, hey, everything's good. No, the hell it ain't. Cam, why are you acting a fool? And did you see I named it Cam's Corner? Did you like that? He'd be like, get this damn woman out of here. Cam, why is it you versus every damn body? Yes, because you and my wig. I could fight whoever put that damn wig on. You tell him I said, come down to Houston, baby. It is on and popping. Do you hear me? Cam can play with the women because they let him. And they sure do, because there's nothing else to choose from, child. We out here scratching and surviving like good times. Down. Child, it ain't nothing. It just ain't nothing out here, child. It just ain't nothing. That's why I just be, child, that's why I keep my head down, honey. I go get my ginger ale, go get my food, honey. Stay fine, walk on my walking pad while I'm watching the shows, honey. Then come over here and review them for y'all. Go outside and come right back in the house, honey. I ain't got time. I ain't got no damn time. Which is how you have so many single mothers. Women should require commitment. Listen, it takes two to make a single mother. I was married and I'm still a single mother. So it's not guaranteed that you have this blueprint to do everything perfectly and then it works out the way that it's supposed to work out. I listen to all the everything. Get married first. Do this first. Do that first. It goes like this. You got to get this first, and then you do that. And at this age, you're supposed to have that. I did all of those things, and I am here behind this screen. So you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. C. Golden said, it takes a lot of courage to get on TV and take all this criticism. It does, C. Golden. It really does. But you know what? It's all about the way that you give the criticism. If you're being ugly, there's no reason to be ugly. Some people be mean. There's a difference. If you just make a little jokey joke and then you just move on about your business, that's fine. But if you're being downright ugly and saying things that are hurtful, that's something different. Like sometimes if a comment is too mean, I don't let it be posted. Because, at the end of the day, remember I was explaining to y'all that these are people too. And that's why when I do my reviews now, it's a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade because they're still people. And you just never know what kind of day somebody's having or whatever. I'm going to say a little joke, honey. I'm going to say exactly how I feel about the situation and whatnot. But I'm going to say it in a way that's not nasty. Some of these people be being mean. And I'm just like, well, damn, you ain't got to do all that to say you don't like it. You're fine. See, Logan said, I think with Tommy, he's trying to salvage any half-ass connection because it's business. Want to have more couples well, baby, he need to go over there and talk to Holly and her husband. Because, baby, the Pete's know how to make some matches. They got some success rates over there. I don't know what's going on over here. Now, he did say that this was the #1 dating show. Is that true? Because I thought it was Love is Blind. But it might be this, honey. Who knows? Who knows, child? J. Luck said, Tommy giving women crumb advice for black women to suffer the way he made his wife suffer for cheating. Child, that's all they think of us. Okay? Just accept whatever you can get and move on. That's why you on this show. To accept these scraps. Here you are. I want to see some fine men. I want to see some men that can dress. I want to see some successful men. But I read somewhere, or maybe it may have been an interview. I don't know. They said that very successful men don't sign up for shows like Ready to Love. And I really don't like that. I think that there should be some requirements. I don't want to sit up and hear you and your friends talk about no damn Polly. Like, baby, when's the last time you been out of the country? How many passport stamps you got? Do you have a retirement fund? What about a 401k? And you ain't got to be all seasoned to have all these things. But for you to come on a show and all you have to offer is your swag, I don't have time for that. I don't want to hear that. Child, get on out of here. Hey, Miss Johnson, I haven't called one of your lives in ages. Oh, your baby too now. Oh, the little baby. So you know the struggle, laugh out loud. I still can't believe Cam lasted so long. Deanna may have read it correctly. She did read it correctly, okay? I tried to told y'all. Go back to that review. Everybody was like, no, Misha, she was rude. I'm like, I don't think so. Maybe I'm rude then. Because, baby, look, I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. I'm sorry. Tina Bree said no substance. None. None. Okay? Absolutely none. In my opinion, the people in the chat are angry due to childhood trauma that's unresolved. It's so obvious just watching on TV. The people in what chat? I didn't think Deanna was rude to Donatello. I want to play that damn Ninja Turtle song so bad. Y'all, leave me alone. Rose was... Y'all, please leave me alone. Rose was obviously brokenhearted. She was, J Lux, but she got to learn to express it better. And you know what? I really do think that Rose just needed some guidance because when Tay was telling her, this is how you got to feel, girl, you got to come out and be a savage. And she was like, you're right. Yep, you're right. She needs a little bit of guidance. Rose, let me help you, girl. I'm speaking directly to you. And girl, whenever you're going through, call me. I done been through so much. I've been through it, so you don't have to. So just call me so I can be your PR on the back end. So you can know how to express yourself to people so that they don't be out there having you looking like a fool. Because your points can be valid, but if you don't know how to properly articulate your thoughts, then you make yourself look like a clown. And then they looking at them like, yep, you were right about her. No, we ain't gonna get him that. If you felt slighted, that's cool. But you could have went about it a different way. And I know in the heat of the moment, you can't tell somebody how to feel. They can't wait to the reunion so they can get into it with these people. Because of course, like I said, they filmed the reunion right after the first episode. So you already know you've been eliminated and all this after the first episode airs. Sorry. You know you've been eliminated. You know how these people do and all this. I get it. But when the viewing public sees it, they're looking at you like you're the problem. So you gotta, know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? We need Rose in the chat. Deanna, can you call her? Laugh out loud. Call Rose and tell her to come on over here, child. Tay advised Rose to be a whole fool. She said, look, you got to be a savage. I'm a savage. Huh? Classy, bougie, ratchet. I'm like, Tay, now who giving you advice? Because you could take some advice, child. We tried to told you. Now, I can't wait to hear what you're going to say on your segment with you and Cisco. We shall see. All right, y'all. We almost gonna get ready to wrap this thing up. J. Mariah Love said, no man is going to open up to Rose from here on in. She uses what the men say and do against them. She got what she gave. And you know what? That's why people don't be wanting to open up and say nothing. And I have a problem, I used to, in relationships where I would overshare and then as soon as they get mad, that's why this last dude did this to you. And I'm just like, oh, how dare you throw that back in my face? I stopped that. I don't give them nothing. How many relationships have you had? A few. So how did it end? It ended. So what went on in the relationship? This, that, and this and a. You ain't getting nothing out of me. Me and you are something brand new. It's no reason why you need to figure out what happened with them and talk to their mom and them and This has happened to me in every single relationship. As soon as they get mad, they throw it back in my face. And I don't have time for that. They be like, well, what's going on? Nothing. But at first I used to be like, yeah. And so, when I was in my last relationship and we went through so much and when he did this and he did that and he would call and nope, not no more. I don't tell them nothing. If you want to know, then I don't know what to tell you. You better run a background check because other than that, you ain't getting nothing out of me. That's just that on that. Hey, Janet. Hey, Misha. Didn't think I was going to catch the live. I'm at work. Was about to settle down to look at the replay. Yeah, we're about to get up off of here in a minute because we've been on here since 9:15. It is now 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna give it till 11:15 so it can be an even 2 hours, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Because the chat has been really good. I saw that y'all were chatting. Well, they were chatting before I even started the live, but I was trying to like get myself together. I felt like I was on Master Chef. You know how on Master Chef they give you like a few minutes to get the recipe together, and then it's like time. Y'all, as soon as I posted that last picture, it was 9:15. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go live. My son is looking like, girl, you're fine. You're fine. I'm over here losing my damn mind like Rose. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get on the live. It's 9:15. Oh, child. I was trying my hardest to get up on here. Okay, you better check your email, honey. Tara said, right. Then I have to call out their bald spots on the public. Oh, in the public. You right, being silly. See, I ain't got time. I don't have time for that. That's why I got to keep myself together and keep all my business to myself. I talk too damn much. I was trying to tell a story time that's really a story time. You ain't got to tell everybody no damn story time. You really don't. Okay, but because I just like to talk, there you have it. But now, oh, you ain't getting nothing out of me. So were you married before? No, not really. What you mean, not really? I mean, not really. He knew me and I knew him, and there was some paperwork involved, but I don't know if it was a marriage per se. I mean, you can look it up, but I don't know if we were married. Like, child, please, they ain't getting nothing. Sexy Kid Capri said, your son said, ma'am, you're fine. He did. He definitely did. Oh, Deanna said, this was fun. Have a good night, everyone. Talk to you later, Misha. Night, Deanna. I'm going to be messaging you so we can get the interview going and whatnot. It was a contract. Child, I don't tell him nothing. Do you hear me? That's all it was. It was just a contract, honey. I don't know nothing about that man. Okay, don't ask me. Sorry to that man. I don't know that man. Well, how did it end? I don't even know. I woke up one day and I was over here talking to you. Couldn't tell you. I ain't got time to play them games with them. I feel like Cisco was musty in that video. Cisco, listen to me. Tasha in the desert has nothing to do. But I ain't tell Tasha to say that about you because Cisco getting pissed, honey. Cisco done got on that toxic ass podcast and he said that he is getting sick of everybody talking and be the black and brown people bringing him down to the ground, and he's sick of it. He wants y'all to stop talking about him. And baby, what he said that for? I was cool with listening to the whole thing, but then he said we were stupid. He was like, how stupid can you be to believe the network and the editing? Listen, sir, if you sign up for a show and tell us you don't own nothing but a toothbrush and a pair of socks, we are going to believe that the entire season you don't got nothing but a toothbrush and a pair of socks. And we're going to run with that the entire season. Sorry. But to say that we're stupid because we're watching an edited show is asinine. I mean, why even go on the show? You know people are going to have an opinion. So for me, I just was like, honey, Cisco, I don't want nobody talking about him, honey. Y'all better leave him alone. It's always editing. Exactly, Sleepy Panda. Misha, please listen to your manager. He know what he's talking about. Baby, I had to hear him get on this live because I normally go live at 8 p.m. But I had to push it back because ain't no way I could have pushed my button as soon as this show went off. So I was like, let me give myself an hour and 15 minutes to get it together. I was quite impressed. It was a few errors. I left out a few pictures because I wanted to show Khalil looking extremely confused yet excited in the back, not knowing that he shot his shot at Angie. I want to show that. And it's another picture that I missed, but all in all, if they watched the review and they watched a piece of the reunion, this would be good enough. The Haitian Empress says, so Cisco was laying the ground today, non-black and non-brown, now that he is no longer as destitute. Baby, he said he lived in the neighborhood with the doctors and the lawyers. Okay, don't never get it twisted. I'm like, okay, but at the time of this show, you were running up and down with that bus pass and that Metro card was hot and ready. Okay, and you were sweating. You were sweating on the scene. So I can't talk about nothing but the sweat that I saw on the scene. That's it. That's it. That's all. But I feel like I never, now you know how I make my jokes. You know how I make my jokes or whatever. But I never was like, you're a bum and you're a loser. I never did that. I might say, Cam couldn't take his fanny pack off because he thought Cisco was gonna steal it. But I'm just making jokes. It's just jokes. I'm never trying to be harmful or hurtful. So when he said stupid, I was like, not stupid, y'all. Anywho, child. Anyway. Sweating on all the scenes. All of them, girl. Even tonight. I said, Cisco is sitting there sweating. He about to piss me off. Like at this point, he just need to come naked. Cause he can't have no clothes on. He be too hot. Misha, look up Cisco's profession. His picture comes up. I forgot his job title. Baby, that divisionary liaison. I saw that. I said, now that's some stuff he done made up. Dividing the liaisons. Baby, I saw that. I said, what is happening, honey? Janet says Sahara can keep Cam on the block list. She sure can. Never unblock him. You hear me? Never. If we gonna have beef, we gonna have beef forever. Okay? Never unblock him. Songbird ATL said he needs to be on a show entitled Ready for a Job. Honey, ready for something. He got that Rise commercial now. He rising to the top. And it's so funny. You know what? After I seen that commercial, I said, this is how you know people be lying. Because on the Rise commercial, Cisco is somebody's daddy. So the guy comes on, he's like, my dad's been using Rise and so, the mushroom coffee. And then Cisco pops up. I'm like, now when you get a 45-year-old son? I know you got the gray hair and whatnot, but they playing in my face. The commercial is cute, but this is not your child. This just shows that they be lying on them dang on infomercials. That part Cisco mentioned about living with the doctors and lawyers was cringe. Like, that means he's not sleeping on one of the couches. Okay, like what? And what is that supposed to mean? Baby, we are all just trying to make it. Doctors and lawyers don't even want to be living what doctors and lawyers are living because the cost of living is expensive. I said, baby, not you trying to talk down on somebody. Anyway, when you was just crying because you thought Tay wasn't going to talk to you no more. Let's be very for real. Okay. Oh, you haven't seen the Rise commercial? Girl, go to Instagram. It pops up every 2 seconds. That is one real commercial that's going to pop up every time you open that app, and you will see it. Okay, you will see it. I feel so bad that I didn't get them super chats that people sent earlier in the live. I just it wouldn't allow me to scroll all the way up. I guess, with the amount of people that are on here and the way that the chat is moving, it just wouldn't allow me to scroll all the way up. But I do appreciate y'all that left me a super chat. Hey, Sean. There's a lot of Sean. So, hey, Sean A. Stokes. Good evening. He has another commercial too. I saw it. He has a commercial with Coley advertising some drink. Yeah, I saw that. It's like an energy drink or something like that. They're sitting in like this dark, it looks like a lounge or a nightclub or something. Yeah, I saw that one. I saw it. Okay, let me see. The Haitian Empress says Cisco gives strong user energy. Now that he is better, he is acting indignant. Okay, like please be so for real. I am not surprised at all. Explains why your mother is not talking to you, buffed brokey. And we never did delve into that. I wonder what's the strain in the relationship. Because something obviously is going on. And that's why I said I don't think that he and Tay are together. I don't know. The way her demeanor was on the reunion, and even in the back, I didn't see them together. You know how they were sharing spaghetti and playing Lady and the Tramp? I definitely thought they would be canoodling in the back if they were still a couple. But she was sitting on the couch kind of looking angry. Let me find out he done did something to upset her, knowing she took him when he ain't have a damn thing. Child, don't piss me off, and I ain't even got to part 2. Please do not piss me off. Toya said living amongst doctors and lawyers versus owning a home among doctors and lawyers is not the same. Sure ain't. Because, baby, they'll rent a house out in a minute. Means absolutely nothing. Sleepy Panda said, Misha, what show are you actually excited to watch and review after all of this? None, to be honest. I'm trying to find fresh shows. Like, I felt so good reviewing Unknown Number because it's something different from my channel and something that I normally don't do. Bell Collective kind of left a sour taste in my mouth the way they treated Akeisha and them last season. So, I watch it because I love to make fun of Marie Monroe. And, I'm single-handedly keeping her fan club alive. So I just like to kiki about Marie. So Bell Collective is cool. Potomac really just don't do it for me. but I review it out of habit. What else is coming on? I don't know. Nothing is really like piquing my interest. I want a new show. That's why I really like Heart and Hustle Houston, but it hasn't picked up traction yet. But that's okay because I stick with the shows even when they don't have nobody watching. Because back when I was reviewing Married to Medicine, nobody was, watching or reviewing Married to Medicine. Nobody wanted to be bothered. Then all of a sudden, Married to Medicine started picking up steam. That's been one of my favorite shows since they first aired. So I stuck with it, and now my numbers reflect that. So, although I don't get very many views on Heart and Hustle Houston, it's a very good show that I think with a little bit of, shaping will be much better season 2. So, I'm just waiting on people to catch up as far as that show is concerned. So, I look forward to watching that on Saturdays because I think that it's something different and it's something real. But as far as a show, nothing. I ain't seen nothing that would make me want to say, oh my gosh, y'all, come back tomorrow. Like, nothing. I liked when you reviewed that Netflix show. That was really cool. Which one was it? The Circle? Because when I reviewed The Circle, honey, they passed that right on us. Them people was like, The Circle, girl, bye. Ain't nobody finna be watching no Circle. Do more documentaries. That was fun. You did a good job. Thank you. Yeah. Baby, that documentary was something else. Oh, every time I think about old trout mouth Kendra, I get pissed. How dare you treat your damn daughter like that? But you know what? I was thinking about something. What if, okay, and then we're going to wrap this up. What if Lauren, if you haven't watched this documentary, it's called Unknown Number. Go and watch the review after this, okay? It was a doozy. What if Lauren was sending the messages to herself at first, and then her mom took over, which is why she didn't look shocked when her mom got caught? I don't know. I was thinking about that. Oh, Beauty in the Black. I want to review Beauty in the Black, but I can never watch it when my child is awake. And then by the time he go to sleep, I'll be damn tired. So, it's so adult. So I can't be watching that and he peeking around corners like, what's that? But I do think that Beauty in the Black would be good. I've only watched like 5 episodes or 6. But baby, I got to watch them in the midnight hours, honey. And then even then, I be looking like, I hope he don't wake up, child. I just have to watch it. Lauren not looking shocked is very strange. It was. I was like, what if she was sending that to get some attention from Owen? Because the girl didn't have no friends. I was like, where are her friends? It was just her mama. And then the mama took over, and I don't know. Something ain't right. He did not sing tonight. Y'all want me to usher him on in to sing? And then we'll wrap this thing up. Hold on, let me go get him. All right, y'all. Let him lead us on out or usher us on out. Everybody rise. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, you are not ready to love. Child, let me let this little man sing this song, honey, so he can go to sleep. It is 11:15 p.m. He like when I do lives because he gets to play on his Nintendo Switch, and I don't say nothing about it. All right, let's get into it.
So it took me some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be. Oh, now I'm ready. I'm ready to love. Ooh.
All right. Good job, honey bunny. Good job. All right. And so that wraps it up. Listen, don't forget, come back here 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, same place, okay? Same bat channel. Come back. I had so much fun with y'all in the chat. This was a great chat, baby. And we had 2 of the cast members over here, and I'll be sure to get the Deanna don't want me to mention that wig, but Deanna, that wig gonna have to be mentioned next week. It's the final mention. The final mention. Because we got to go through the fashions and rate them 1 through 5. Anywho, y'all have a great weekend. Check out the Heart and Hustle review when it comes out Saturday night or Sunday morning. Have a great weekend. Thank y'all for joining me, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. Night, night, y'all.